no one is above the law. Vina Morales filed charges against Ex BF Cedric Lee, no one is above the law. Vina Morales has just filed a case against her ex-boyfriend and the father of her daughter China, Cedric Lee, after he allegedly detained Vina's daughter and sister for 9 days, back in May. So with that, we filed kidnapping, illegal detention, kasi nandun din yung si Bernice because Bernice was also there, and VAWC, violence against women and their children. Tatlo, 3. Vina said, explaining that she has to show Cedric that no one is above the law. Meanwhile, Cedric Lee stated that his camp is just waiting for the warrants so they could peacefully surrender themselves to the authorities. Vhong Navarro and Cedric Lee has previously got involved in an issue that led to Cedric Lee being detained after the Showtime host filed charges against him. I can hang out with my fellow inmates in jail. I miss them. Tell Vina she should call me the flower of city jail. Invite you to watch the video. Mayor Rolando Espinosa arrested in Leyden gives tip about his son. Must read, Albura. Late Mayor Rolando Espinosa has been arrested just now, October 5, 2016, after being charged with possession of illegal drugs. This was confirmed by Senior Superintendent Franco Simborio and shared that Espinosa was brought to the Baybay City Regional Trial Court and was to be detained at the Baybay City Provincial Jail. Simborio added that no bail was recommended. He was then brought up to the Western Leyte Provincial Hospital for a medical checkup. It can be recalled that Espinosa surrendered himself last August after President Duterte gave him and his son Kerwin an ultimatum to surrender. They were accused of drug trafficking. However, Espinosa denied the allegations but referred to his son as Visa's drug supplier. He claimed that although he was aware of his son's activities, he wasn't involved at all. He even urged his son to surrender through national television. However, his claims were proven wrong upon his arrest today. Meanwhile, his son Kerwin remains at large and is believed to have left the country. According to Espinosa, his son might already be undergoing plastic surgery to change his features. Invite you to watch the video. Cannot just play silent. Duterte answers Gordon. Among the many statesmen who turned tables and criticized President Duterte to his profane statements which made it to international headlines, Senator Dick Gordon was the boldest. Despite his vocal support for the administration's war against drugs and criminality, Gordon stated that the president's repeated emphasis on them is getting out of hand. This was after Duterte made the remark on being happy to slaughter the 3 million drug users in the country with Hitler as a reference. But Duterte was tough on answering Gordon's plea, saying, "Sabi ni Gordon, stop making noise. No, I cannot stop because I will lose the momentum, and I cannot afford it because I'm now the president. The momentum has to be there, and it will be there for 6 years until the last pusher is taken out. I cannot just play silent. Tapos sabihin that got you into trouble, whose is it mine? This is my country?" Gordon is yet to issue his reply. Invite you to watch the video. Pangilinan doubts Duterte can end crime and drugs in 12 months, despite the plea of the president for a 6-month extension on a self-imposed deadline. Senator Kiko Pangilinan thinks that ending crime and criminality is still impossible within 12 months. This is after he cited a local newspaper report in July saying that there are over 4,000 drug users and pushers who surrendered in the Upland Tokhang of Davao City. If the Davao City anti-illegal drugs campaign did not succeed in stamping out and eliminating pushers and addicts in Davao City under President Duterte's 24-year stint as mayor, what makes us think that the nationwide campaign against illegal drugs will succeed in 6 months, extended to another 6 months? The senator said. If a mailed-fist policy against illegal drugs did not succeed in eliminating the drug menace in a smaller area, one city, over a longer period of time, 24 years, why will it succeed in a larger area, the entire country of over 100 cities and over 1,000 municipalities, in a shorter period of time, 3 to 6 to 12 months? He added. He further suggested that the administration should rethink their approach in the drug menace. Our people yearn for and deserve uplands that work, he said. This was backed up by trillions with statistics from the Philippine National Police and the Philippine Statistics Authority, saying that Davao was in the second spot in terms of incidents and rape. Meanwhile, 1,375 drug suspects have been killed already, while 22,387 have been arrested since July 1 up to 6 a.m. of October 3. Invite you to watch the video. A top draft pick Simmons undergoes surgery on broken foot. Los Angeles, the Philadelphia 76ers said Tuesday number 1 draft pick Ben Simmons has undergone surgery to repair a fractured metatarsal expected to keep him out of the start of the new NBA season. Simmons, chosen first in the draft, suffered the fracture in his right foot on Friday after landing awkwardly on the foot of a teammate. The Australian 20-year-old was operated on by top foot surgeon Martin O'Malley in New York, with early results reported to be encouraging, the 76ers said. Our sports performance and medical staff was debriefed by Dr. O'Malley following the procedure, and we were encouraged by the positive feedback, said 76ers Director of Performance Research and Development David T. Martin. Moving forward, a comprehensive return-to-court program will be implemented for Ben, and we will closely monitor his progress throughout the rehabilitation process. Simmons is the 76ers' first top overall pick since Allen Iverson in 1996. The playmaker from Melbourne is also the third Australian-born player to be chosen as the number 1 pick in the draft, joining Kyrie Irving, 2011, and Andrew Bogut, 2005. Simmons is the Sixers' 4th straight first-round acquisition to be sidelined by injury in his rookie season. Nerlens Noel, taken in the 2013 draft, missed his first year with a torn knee ligament. Joel Embiid, the 3rd overall pick in 2014, has yet to play after surgeries to repair an injury to the navicular bone in his right foot. Invite you to watch the video. Morning sickness remedies are still hit and miss. Even though nearly all women experience some nausea or vomiting during pregnancy, there isn't much solid evidence to suggest the best treatments, a research review concludes. Ginger, vitamin B6 or antihistamines, for example, may ease mild nausea, while severe vomiting that carries a risk of dehydration and malnutrition can sometimes be improved by corticosteroids, the study found. The trouble is there's scant evidence to suggest how one treatment might stack up against available alternatives, said lead study author Catherine McParlin of Newcastle University in the UK. Women react differently and may need to try different treatment options before they find something that is effective for them, McParlin said by email. When it comes to evidence of the effectiveness of specific treatments for different levels of condition severity, the research to date has mostly been of low quality, with many trials badly designed and/or badly reported, with few direct comparisons between treatments especially in severe cases, McParlin added. Nausea and vomiting are common during pregnancy, affecting up to 85% of women, the researchers note in their report online October 4 in JAMA. The most severe form, hyperemesis gravidarum, affects up to 3% of pregnant women and can require hospitalization to provide nutrition through a feeding tube. To assess the effectiveness of a variety of treatments for nausea and vomiting during pregnancy, the researchers analyzed data from 78 published studies with 8,930 patients combined. For mild symptoms, ginger, vitamin B6, antihistamines and metoclopramide, Reglan, were all more effective than a placebo pill, the study found. Pyridoxine doxylamine, diclectin, and ondansetron, Zofran, both beat a placebo for moderate symptoms. When women have moderate to severe symptoms, they may get better results by taking pyridoxine doxylamine preemptively to reduce the risk of recurrent vomiting instead of waiting to take this medicine until symptoms return, one study of 60 women in the analysis suggests. Another study found ondansetron more effective at curbing moderate to severe nausea in the first few days of use than metoclopramide, but no difference in how many times women vomited. With hyperemesis gravidarum, women have fewer options and there's even less evidence, the study authors note. Corticosteroids appeared superior to metoclopramide for reducing vomiting episodes in an analysis of 3 studies of women with the most severe symptoms. One limitation of the analysis is that researchers lack data to compare side effects for babies associated with different treatments, the authors note. The findings aren't surprising because ethics limit testing experimental drugs in pregnancy, particularly during the early months when medications might harm fetal development, said Angela Lupatelli, a pharmacy researcher at the University of Oslo in Norway who wasn't involved in the study. Complicating matters, there are good objective tests to assess nausea symptoms, Lupatelli added by email. In case of mild symptoms, women are recommended to change their dietary habits first, and then try non-pharmacological options, Lupatelli said. Some women do well with small, frequent meals that are high in protein and avoiding strong odors or other identifiable triggers for nausea, while others respond well to ginger, said Dr. Sarapant Nipita, a researcher at Harvard University in Boston who wasn't involved in the study. Other women may need medication, Nipita added by email. Pregnant women should let their obstetricians know early on how nausea and vomiting are affecting them, so they can get the help they need. Thank you for watching videos. You remember the likes and comments below. Thanks.